Okay, so I met this guy once. I was selling life insurance for, this wasn't even that long ago. This was maybe, I'll say 4 to 6 months ago. I don't remember exactly when. The thing about life insurance sales is I'm in and out of multiple people's homes a day on a daily basis. And that's a very intimate thing to do with a person within meeting them in like maybe 2 minutes. Oftentimes 15 to 20 seconds, I'm in an elderly person's home. Guys, you wouldn't believe how easy it is to get into an old folks home in general, or just anybody's house, by just saying the right thing. It's kind of scary. But anyways, I meet this guy, right? So this is kind of what we do. I search and see if anybody that who put in information needs life insurance for whatever reason. I actually serve them. And I like what I do, and I'm going to keep doing it and do other things. But I go to this guy's house, knock, knock, knock. This is kind of what we're supposed to do. We say, this is what I do. I say, hey, you put in this request for this information and stuff. Are you interested in this service? Are you interested in life insurance? Do you need it for whatever reason? If they say no, I fuck off. If they say yes, I'm in the house. Because I'm like, okay, and there's supposed to be certain things that you say to make them trust you, because there are people that need this shit but don't trust motherfuckers that roll up at their door. So they do tell you things to say, but it's not malicious. You know what I mean? Whoop de whoop de whoop. I'm in the house, right? So let's start from the beginning of when I meet this guy. It's a very unique case. I roll up some place in the middle of nowhere. It's a trailer, but it's a nice trailer. It's stood up, right? And I see a ramp. So I go, okay, he's definitely old, probably disabled. I go knock on the door. Wait a second, nobody comes. Knock again. Wait a second, nobody comes. I say, fuck this, I'm leaving. He's probably just not home. I get in my car, I turn it on. He opens the door, definitely in a wheelchair. And these 3 dogs come running out. Important later. These 3 tiny little dogs come running out of the house. So I say, oh, hey, I'm here for this information you requested. Specifically, I say, you requested this information. Do you remember doing that? Sometimes they say no. I say, okay, I'm here to go over that with you. Are you trying to do this inside or outside? Do you need this, etc., etc.? Lets me in the house. I sit down on this couch, this love seat. He sits on the couch. The dogs come in. And we sit there and we talk. He's 80, probably, I want to say 89. It's high 80s, right? And I end up talking to him for 45 minutes. Typically, if the person does or doesn't need life insurance, I'm in and out in 10 or maybe 30 if I end up writing them, which is rare. But I'm in and out in usually 5 to 10 minutes, and I want to know if they need it or not, and I'm fucking gone. But I was interested in actually what he had to say, and we were talking about the fucking Vietnam War. And I was just thinking about this. Guys, some people have nothing. And when I say nothing, the guy had a bunch of shit. He had a bunch of old people keepsakes. He had a bunch of stuff. He had a bunch of things, knickknacks, etc. But he lost his knees to Agent Orange in Vietnam, so he couldn't walk. And I don't know for how long that was. I don't know if he could walk for 20 years or for however long, but he couldn't walk. He has kids that he doesn't see or really know, because he had 2 daughters and both of them died in their 40s. One died from fucking brain cancer. The other died from a car accident. So the only 2 children he's ever had are dead. He has grandchildren. They don't speak to him. They just don't call him because they're just in their 20s and they just don't call their grandfather. And they just don't communicate. And so he wakes up every day and he fills out a bunch of lead cards that people send him, like that companies like us send him. And all he does all day is talk to salesmen. And your life will end up like that one day if you even live long enough. Take the fucking risk. Do what you have to do. Do. Just do. Stop thinking. Thinking is feminine. Do. he couldn't go to the store. He can't drive. He can't even get in the car. So he has enough money from the VA. He just orders everything. And that's his life. He just doesn't leave the house, and he's basically waiting to die. Watches TV. I think he had one channel or some shit, I think he had 3 channels because something changed. I don't remember the reason, but something changed with whatever company he was with, and he had like 3 TV channels, and they were all, I don't remember what they were, but they were shit channels. And so he didn't really have anything. He didn't have anything to fucking do. He's probably too old to see pages on books for sure. So that's what's waiting for you. Do you understand? I mean, that's what's waiting for me. You gotta take the fucking risk, man. I'm doing it. Fuck it. I'm taking the risk. I live one life. I think about this shit all the time. I'm fucking doing it. Enough. Okay? Do it. Do it. That is you. It is the one of the only guarantees in life. That will be you. That will be you. You will have nothing, even if you live long enough. Okay? And literally, his whole thing was he just told salespeople about Jesus and shit. And he talked about Jesus and shit. He's like, do you believe in Jesus? I was like, yeah. And then I could tell that was kind of where it ended. Because if I know for a fact, if I would have said no, and I wasn't lying, I do, and I did. And he said, and I could just tell, like, if I was combative, there would have been a discussion about it. So I can tell that that's what he did all day. You know what's crazy? I was sitting on the couch. Another dude knocks on the door, another salesman who is selling Kirby vacuums. He was selling Kirby fucking vacuums. And so the fucking guy's like, oh, one sec. Like, wheels over, right? And I'm sitting here petting this dog, small ass dog, probably this big. And I really think that's why he got the dogs, was for people like us, and for another reason I'll tell you in a minute. Goes, answers the door. And the dude opens the door. And he's like, hey, sir, how you doing? Basically, he's asking him about, hey, do you remember, kind of the same thing I was saying, do you remember filling this out? This is for Kirby. We're here to show you and demonstrate this vacuum. And so dude comes in, and I don't remember if he asked him if he believed or not. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember. I'm going to be honest. But I think he did. I don't remember. I think he did. He must have, because that probably was the moment that I said, oh, this is all he does. So I'm going to say he did, but I don't 1000% remember. He must have. Anyways. And I realized, I was like, dude, this is all he does. All he does is sit here and tell people about Jesus. And so that was one of the moments where I was like, okay, maybe he's an important guy, you know. But also, you know, that's inevitable. Very spooky stuff. Very spooky stuff. Almost forgot. The reason he had the dogs was because he told me this while we were talking. He said, the day that he doesn't open the door, his neighbors will know he's died. And so whenever the dogs don't come outside, when he opens the door for people like us, that must have meant there was such an influx of salesmen that he talks to. Whenever the dogs don't come out, then the neighbors are supposed to be like, all right, let's go do a welfare check. That's why he has the dogs.